Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a little get ready with me and like makeup try on. I've purchased a few new products that I wanted to try with you guys and chat with y'all. For those of you guys who are not into makeup and things like that, just consider this as a podcast episode and just listen to it. You don't need to watch, but just listen and help the views out over here, okay? Cool, thank you. And I'm pretty sure by the time you guys are watching this, we would have hit 5,000 subscribers. So I'm super grateful, and I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for making my dreams come true. I'm gonna set new goals for this channel, but thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. Yay! And quick last PSA before we get started. A lot of you guys are enjoying the accounting advice inside the vlogs, so I will be doing that more often. So whatever career questions, accounting questions, finance questions you guys have for me, please make sure to leave it in the comments so that way I can know and I will address it in the next vlog. So without further ado, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. I see y'all. I see all of you guys watching who are not subscribed to my channel, okay? And let's go ahead and get started. The links will be down below for all the things that I do mention and show you guys. So let's go. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and get into this chat. I guess this is going to be like, I guess, a little catch-up update, like chat. I am going to be trying the NARS light reflecting foundation. I know I'm probably late to the game, but y'all, it's all good. So here it is. I picked it up in the color Namibia and Iguazu. Namibia is deep 4 and Iguazu is deep 3, and I think I'm gonna use that one today. So apparently it has good reviews, so we're gonna try it out. But anywho, how have you guys been? This is what it looks like. Like always, I like starting off these kind of videos just saying thank you guys for all of your support and like your comments, your love, your shares, and all of that. I think by the time you guys watch these videos, we would have hit 5,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. I never, like, when I started this channel, I didn't even think that I would have, like, besides, like, I guess my family or, like, my husband, I didn't think anybody else would subscribe, but now we're, like, 5,000. That's crazy. So here is the color. Here's what it looks like. So we're not home right now. We've been traveling for the past 2 weeks. Whoa, okay. Okay, we've been traveling for the past 2 weeks, and y'all, at this point I'm over it. I'm like, I love traveling, but I like traveling for shorter periods of time, unless I'm going to like Africa and stuff. That's a different story. I think I put too much on, first of all, but it's not bad. It's definitely glowy. It's not matte. We've been traveling and it's been so fun. I hope you guys enjoy seeing those vlogs of like everything we've been up to while traveling, and we do plan to do a whole lot of travel this year, but probably it's gonna be after the summer. I mean, probably it's gonna be like the later half of the summer because we have some things that we're trying to do. That's a little bit about what's going on. I hope you guys have been enjoying the vlogs and like sightseeing with us and all of that. First impressions. How does it look on camera? Because it looks very different on camera than it does in the mirror. It's very glowy. It's giving glow. So I don't think I would use this for like everyday foundation. I don't know yet. I need to see. I don't know if it's... This is my color though. What else has been going on that I can update you guys? I got rebaptized, y'all. Oh my gosh. So I've been wanting to get rebaptized for like years. I think I've been wanting to, like, I got baptized when I was a kid and stuff, and like, you know, you're a kid, and then like finally, like at the age of 18, I truly came to know like Jesus. But then it's like taken years to, like, you know, like truly learn about Jesus, like who God is, and just going through different things. And with that, I guess I would just encourage somebody out there, like, don't rush into it. I feel like in Christianity, and this happens with so many other religions too, but like as Christians, like, it's kind of like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, but like some people jump into these things without fully understanding who God is and like the purpose of doing these things. Like a lot of it is just out of emotion, but it's like, why are you being baptized? You know, like why? Like it's a huge thing. It's not just a light thing. It's a big deal with being baptized. That means you're dying to your old self and you want to be, you're being raised with Christ. You know, that means you're like leaving your past behind 100%. Not saying like you're not going to stop sinning, because we're naturally sinful people. We're sinful in nature, but it just is like, you've been baptized, so like you need to be intentional about how you live your life and things like that. So I don't ever recommend anybody like rushing into it. Take time to truly get to know the Word of God, like study the Word of God. It's taken me 9 years to get to this point, so yeah. But I'm super excited. Like my baptism was so amazing, and of course like our church was doing the fast before then, and I think it was around December. I'm hot. I think around December, that's when like I was ready. I was like fully ready. I thought I was ready all the other times, but then like December I was ready. And then so I signed up, and then it just worked out that my fasting, that my baptism happened during like our church fast. So now I'm just using the NARS walnut concealer. This concealer did not look like this in store. Okay, I'm not gonna put a lot on. Anywho, so baptism happened, the fasting went really well. Did the fasting, and it was 21 days of fasting and prayer. I did the Daniel fast, and then like there were some days that I did a dry fast. I kind of mixed it, like dry water fast. So that was nice. So the fasting was really nice, taught me a lot about myself that I didn't know, lots of discipline. There was days that I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot do this anymore. There was days that I didn't do it, that I was just like, Lord, like, sorry, I just can't, you know. And I think that's something amazing about grace, is that every day you can intentionally choose what you want to do. You can intentionally choose to do it or not to do it. You can intentionally choose to follow God or not to follow God, you know. Like that's the beauty of grace. Like no one's forcing you to do it. And that's something that I learned during the fasting. It's like those days that I gave up, I in the moment I indulged, like, and it's not like giving up in terms of like eating like junk food. I didn't do that. I had popcorn, and like the popcorn had a little bit of sugar. It had a little bit of sugar in it, and that was like my indulging. But I had like more than one like mini bag. I had like 3 mini bags, you know. And then like even while eating it, my spirit was convicting me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what did I do? You know. So I think that's the whole beauty of grace, and just like getting to know God. And it's like, yo, seriously, like you want to do it, go ahead and do it, but then like you don't even feel good afterwards. So then I had to like make it a choice every day to be intentional about my fasting, and then I will pray to God and be like, God, please help me, like Holy Spirit, please like give me the strength to be able to do this, because I don't want to eat broccoli. I want to eat some good food, like some really well seasoned food. I want some Jamaican food today, you know, like I want some rice and peas and some Jamaican curry. I don't want to have to cook today, Lord. I don't want to have to. But that was a little bit my experience of just like learning to be intentional about it. And then I watched something that was like, so as Christians, it's hard for us to fast and stuff, but it's hard for you to fast for God, but you can do intermittent fast to lose weight. Like it's hard for you to give up certain foods, but when it's for God, but then when it's for yourself, trying to lose weight, trying to get fit, you know, hot girl summer, whatever, y'all can do it, you know. So that really convicted my spirit, and it's like, yeah, we need to like live for the Lord more and not for ourselves. So that was the fasting thing. Work has been work, it's been going, you know. Nothing new with that. My Portuguese channel has been a blessing. It has been growing, like been meeting new people, and I'm glad, because one thing about being a polyglot is the fact that I'm able to connect with different people and multiple people, because y'all gonna get the word, you know, in whatever language. And it's also, for those of you guys who didn't know, like growing up in America, like obviously you don't get to speak a lot of your other languages that you learn to speak. So speaking Portuguese was always a huge insecurity for me. When I'm around my family, of course I'm comfortable speaking it, but when it's me being around when it came to me being around like people who like grew up in Angola or like grew up in Portuguese speaking places and came to the United States when they were older, like I always felt insecure, and I always felt like, you know, kind of like low self-esteem in that area, because like I don't speak it well, they do, and I mess up on words, they make fun of me. And I've been bullied, by like Angolan people for not even speaking Portuguese right, or like for messing up on some words, and other cultural differences as well. So that kind of, for a long time, that kind of made me be shy to not want to speak the language. But you know, God is just good, because over time, like I think when I started working, I would have Portuguese down, and I've shared that my internship, one of my EY internship, one of the projects I was on was literally doing translating for a Brazilian subsidiary client in the oil and gas industry. So like my knowledge of Portuguese, even though like my speaking fluently isn't the best, but I can read and write in Portuguese. So like that came to play to my advantage when it came to my career, and today I'm thriving with it, you know. And I think it's just one of those, like, it's hard for us immigrant children who grew up in the US, right? And one of the reasons that I stopped speaking Portuguese at home was so that my mom could learn English. Like my dad encouraged all of us to speak English, so that way my mom could learn, because my mom was the last person in our whole family to learn how to speak English well enough to get by without having one of her children or having her husband there with her. Yeah, that's that. And like it's been amazing, because now, like I think the other day I got an email saying like, hey, we have like this need for this one project that needs help translating during a client meeting. Could you participate, you know? And so it's kind of cool things like that. And if I ever decide like, oh, if me and my husband ever are like, let's go away, let's go out of the country, we have options, you know, and we can always request from our jobs like, hey, is there any projects happening, like short-term projects, maybe for like a month, 2 months, even 6 months? We can do that. If you're somebody like me who grew up in the United States and you're struggling with your native languages, go ahead and just keep trying. And it also, in regards to like the whole self-esteem, confidence thing, y'all, I gained weight. It's crazy. I was working out like consistently, and then when I started working from home, I fell off a bit, and then me getting my surgery didn't help me at all. Yo, this eyebrow thing did nothing. But yeah, like, so me working from home, I started falling off, and the surgery like made it worse, because like I really couldn't move. I could not move for an entire month, and still I'm at the tail end of my recovery now, but like I wasn't allowed to really do like heavy lifting or lots of exercises and different things like that, and like my movement has been limited with my surgery. I'm in pain a lot still from it. Like if I walk too much, I get in pain. Like certain movements that I do just really hurts, like where they took out the fibroids, like I feel it. And so that kind of sucks, you know, because then like there's certain clothes I want to wear that I can't wear, that doesn't look nice on me. Like, and my stomach is, ugh, I don't like how it looks right now. And so with that, there's certain clothes that certain clothes just do not look good on me. And like I went into Zara the other day because I really wanted to get a couple of new pieces, like just as I'm continuing to like, I'm rebuilding my wardrobe. I really know my style now. And with that, I wanted to get pieces that reflected that for just my everyday wear. Something that I'm trying to do more this year is dress up more. Like, I dress up when I go out, but in the house I'm wearing sweats usually, or like workout clothes, even though I don't work out. So I was like, might as well invest in pieces where it's going to make me look elevated, whether I'm in the house or not, because I'm in meetings all the time. And it just helps with my morale and my productivity. Your girl was looking rough, has been looking rough, so I need to get back into the gym. I'm about to be on my 3rd month post recovery, so I can start doing more things now. And The other thing that sucks about it is we live in a place that gets really cold, so then like it's been snowing all the time, so I can't even go out if I wanted to for a walk. Like, I'm not one of those kind of people who goes outside in the cold. I don't like the cold, which is why I had moved to Texas after college. It's just annoying. Like, I'm not about to be bundling up to go walk, because then I'm gonna sweat, and then why am I sweating? And I'm gonna want to take my coat off. It's cold. Y'all know that whole ordeal. I don't want to deal with it. So that's just been kind of annoying, like not being able to move as much as I want to or exercise as much as I want to. But now that spring is around the corner, hopefully like I can be able to get out more, just wear lighter jackets and stuff like that. Going through like my body issues has like really been putting me down a little bit, especially as a content creator. Like, I love showing you guys outfits. I love showing you guys like what can you wear to work, or just like, you know, fashion has always been my thing. Like, I've always loved posting outfit pictures. Even before I knew that you could make money on Instagram, I've just always loved sharing fashion and content. And my channel started as that, like when I was in high school, that's when this channel really started. And I used to do like hauls, like shoe hauls, and my outfits that I wore to high school. All that has been deleted since, obviously, but it's just hard because like I want to go take pictures and there's like these cute things that I have, but then like my body and it just doesn't coordinate, and I'm always bloated, and like I look very heavy in my midsection, and in my arms, like I was working on my arms, they were getting toned, and then now they're like ugh again, you know. And I am very insecure right now, not going to lie. It's just kind of annoying. So I'm going through that stage right now of like learning to accept my new body, but then also not conform to it. Like, yes, this is my new reality, but what can I do? Because the thing is, like, I don't eat junk food. I don't eat out that much. You guys know, like, I usually am cooking 90% of the time, and if we do eat out, I try to make conscious decisions about what it is that I am eating. But it's really one of those, like, okay, I'm learning to accept it, but then also need to be intentional. So when I go home, and it hasn't helped that like we've been gone for 2 weeks and I have not gone into the gym. I guess I don't have motivation either, so I need to build that discipline. I also need to build that discipline of like, it doesn't matter, you just need to get in the gym and go, you know. I think I'm at my biggest that I've ever been. Like for the past like year or so, I've been like in the 150s, 160s, and yeah, it's just like, I'm a curvy girl. I know that. I knew that I wasn't gonna be skinny mini forever, but still, like, I can make better choices. So yeah, that's kind of what's been like bothering me with my confidence a little bit. And then have like other things coming up with like fertility stuff that I'm not gonna talk about too much, but that's all like, that's, you know, like starting to get to me as well. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't want to deal with this stuff. Like, you know, kind of going through that woe is me phase. Like, why does it have to be me? Why do I have to deal with this? Like, y'all, once I get more comfortable, and depending on like my husband agrees, I will share more in terms of like what's like fertility updates and all of that. But y'all, it is not cheap, it's expensive. And I saw a comment, I think on, I follow a lot of women who also are going through like fertility struggles or like fertility treatments, and people are mean. They comment like, why don't you just adopt, or like, why are you like, why don't you adopt, or why don't you just do IVF, or like, why are you complaining, da da da. And it's like, y'all don't understand the reality of people who are going through this. Like, it's not a choice. Nobody woke up and was like, oh, I don't want to be able to have kids. Like, it happens, you know. And people suggest these absurd things like adoption is expensive. People don't even realize how expensive adoption is. It's more expensive in the US than outside of the US, but it's still like your minimal is like 10K outside of the US to adopt, and it's like $40,000 in the US to adopt. IVF is like, IVF and fertility is hard, you know. Like, I can tell y'all, like, we've spent like a good amount of money, you know. Like, we're well over the 20,000 spectrum, you know, just for this. And this has been within the past year, not even including from like when we started trying to figure things out back in 2019. So just it adds up, you know. You have insurance and stuff, and like we are blessed that we have like jobs that like we have jobs that like our insurances are really good, but not everybody has that. And even with insurance, even with having good jobs, it's expensive. It's super expensive. So I feel like people are just so rude, and that's why I don't even like talking about it. So sometimes like not even, and it's like a, and I don't want to talk about it as like a woe is me, like we're way past that. It's more of an educational standpoint, but I don't think I'm ready for all the rude and annoying comments just yet. So that's a little bit about what's been going on. But like I have a and I think I'm gonna have an appointment when we go back home, just as a surgery follow-up, to make sure that I'm properly healed before we move on to any next steps. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. What else can I update you guys on? I think that's about it. My haircut, what do you guys think? So I showed you guys that I cut my hair and I wet it yesterday. I was just like, my head was pounding, so I just went ahead and wet it. And then today I just put some conditioner, but I really am glad that I made the decision to cut my hair, because I really love it natural. Like you guys see, my curls are popping. Y'all look at these curls. Look at these curls. And the front of my hair has always been wavy straight. I don't know why. I guess like because of getting perms when I was a kid, but I went natural when I was 16. And I cut everything off. I literally like cut everything, and it's always just grown like this, where the front is straighter than the rest of the hair. But I really just love like how nice and curly it is. I didn't pick it out just yet. I'm gonna pick it out later. We just have different things we're trying to work through this year. Financial goals we're trying to meet, and y'all, if I know by like my credit score has gone up. I've paid off some student loans. Gonna try to pay off some more student loans just so that my credit can really be where I need it to be. But like, your girl is my credit is popping. Okay, feels good to be financially responsible, you know, like have your finances doing well. Like it feels good being offered credit cards left and right. And one day maybe we're gonna talk about like the benefits of credit cards, but it just is good that like I'm being offered like all these credit cards and all these things, like opportunities to invest like from my bank, because obviously like my financial habits are very well. Alright you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this chit chat, like little catch up session that we just had. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.